I am the most dangerous person for you, not because of anything I've done, but simply because of who I am. You may not understand those words when you first hear them. You may even feel confused by them. After all, danger is usually associated with betrayal, manipulation, lies, or actions that leave scars behind. Yet that is not what I mean. I am not dangerous because I wish you harm. I am not dangerous because I want to destroy your peace. I am not dangerous because I carry darkness within me. I am dangerous because my presence awakens something that can never return to sleep once it has been touched. This message is for you because somewhere within your heart, you already know that our connection is unlike anything either of us expected. You may have tried to explain it away. You may have told yourself it was coincidence. You may have convinced yourself that it was merely attraction, curiosity, or a passing emotion. Yet despite every logical explanation, there remains a feeling that refuses to disappear. There remains a pull that continues to exist even in silence. That is why I say I am dangerous for you, not because I want to take anything from you, but because I have the power to reveal things within you that you never knew existed. Before me, perhaps you were comfortable. Perhaps you had built walls that protected your heart from uncertainty. Perhaps you learned how to survive without asking difficult questions. You knew your routines. You understood your patterns. You accepted certain beliefs about yourself and about love, then somehow our paths crossed. From that moment forward, something changed. Maybe it was subtle at first. Maybe it arrived like a whisper instead of a storm. Maybe you noticed yourself thinking about me when there was no reason to. Maybe you found yourself replaying conversations, remembering details, wondering why my energy lingered in your mind long after I was gone. That is where the danger began, because once a soul encounters a connection that feels real, ordinary experiences can start to feel different. The heart begins to compare. The spirit begins to search. The mind begins to question. And questions are dangerous. Questions can destroy illusions. Questions can expose truths. Questions can reveal desires that have been hidden for years. You see, I never intended to become someone who challenged your reality. I never intended to become the mirror standing in front of you. Yet that is exactly what happened. When you look at me, you do not merely see another person, you see possibilities, you see dreams you abandoned, you see emotions you tried to bury, you see versions of yourself that have been waiting patiently for recognition. That is why I am dangerous. A person who makes you comfortable can stay in your life forever without changing anything. But a person who awakens your soul changes everything. Whether they stay or leave. I know there are moments when you feel my presence even when we are apart. There are moments when a song suddenly reminds you of something you cannot explain. There are moments when memories appear without invitation. There are moments when your intuition whispers my name before your mind can create a reason. You may ignore those moments. You may fight them. You may try to convince yourself they mean nothing, but the truth remains unchanged. Something inside you recognizes something inside me, and recognition is powerful. The world teaches people to focus on appearances, achievements, and expectations. The world teaches people to seek relationships that make sense on paper. The world teaches people to follow rules designed by those who have forgotten how to listen to their hearts, yet soul recognition follows none of those rules. It arrives unexpectedly, it challenges logic, it refuses to fit neatly into categories. Most importantly, it demands honesty. That is another reason I am dangerous for you, because honesty changes everything. When you become honest about what you feel, you can no longer pretend. When you become honest about what your heart desires, you can no longer settle for less. When you become honest about who you truly are, you can no longer continue wearing masks that no longer belong to you. Many people spend their entire lives avoiding that level of honesty, but once it begins, there is no turning back. I am dangerous because I inspire questions that lead to truth. Truth is beautiful, but truth is also disruptive. Truth can end relationships. Truth can transform priorities. Truth can rebuild identities. Truth can lead a person toward a destiny they never expected. And when two souls encounter each other at the right moment, truth often becomes impossible to avoid. You may wonder whether I think about you as much as you think about me. The answer exists beyond words. Some connections are not measured by distance. Some bonds are not defined by physical presence. Some emotions cannot be fully explained because they belong to a language older than speech itself. I have felt the silence between us. I have felt the lessons hidden within our journey. I have felt the invisible thread that continues to exist regardless of circumstances. That awareness carries its own responsibility, because when you truly care about someone, you do not seek to possess them. You seek to understand them. You seek to encourage their growth. You seek to support the evolution of their soul. That is why my danger is not destructive. My danger is transformational. I challenge you to become more than you were yesterday. I challenge you to trust yourself. I challenge you to believe that your heart deserves authenticity. I challenge you to stop shrinking in order to fit into spaces that were never designed for your true self. Perhaps that is why this connection feels intense. Growth is rarely comfortable. Transformation is rarely easy. Awakening is rarely convenient. Yet every meaningful change begins with discomfort. The caterpillar does not become a butterfly by remaining the same. The seed does not become a tree by staying buried. The soul does not evolve by avoiding the experiences that challenge it. And so here we are, two people connected by something deeper than surface appearances, two people navigating lessons neither expected, two people standing at the edge of a truth that continues to reveal itself one step at a time. I am dangerous because I remind you of your power. I am dangerous because I remind you of your worth. I am dangerous because I remind you that love should never require the abandonment of your authentic self. Most of all, I am dangerous because once you experience a connection that touches your soul, you can never again be satisfied with something that only touches your attention. Whether our paths continue side by side or separate for a time, the impact remains, the lessons remain, the awakening remains, the growth remains, and the truth remains. You were never meant to stay asleep. You were never meant to forget who you are. You were never meant to settle for a life that ignores the voice of your heart. If my presence has helped remind you of those truths, then perhaps that is the real reason I entered your life. not to create fear, not to create chaos, not to create confusion, but to become the catalyst that helps you remember your own light. That is why I am the most dangerous person for you, not because I bring darkness into your world, but because I bring enough light to reveal everything that darkness has been hiding.